Welcome back, everybody. Dawson Mifflin here for set number 2 between SSG and Rival. A great set number 1, Mifflin. SSG Rival, though, this has the makings of another great set. I cannot wait to get this one started. Rival versus SSG, game number 1. Hindu Man, kick us off.
See that he's been level 3. Panicat is now hitting level 3, and look at this. Here comes
Blinking from Polar Bear Mike, and Cherio's there too, trying to cause some problems for them as they chase them back towards the tier 1 tower. Vo's going to continue to work away at the purple, but that ricochet did so much damage to Ratha. Good news is, though, the backup's there, Axe, and the damage from Vo. This should be a killer to Mike, but a huge stun in that bear form. Root off the mark, and having to sidestep that root gives him enough of a window for Spacestation to pick up first blood. But it is a very defensive sort of support play.
It's his sort of style, for sure. Sam looks for Cherio, finds him.
But can they get the damage off in time? Clearly it's the angle that's perfect there. Mike just cuts off the choke point ever so well to make sure Rival tie this up. Now they're going to invade onto the Harpies. Minions are with them, though, to try and slow them down. Good job, Minions. Get involved, boys. The Space Station have there. So the dance-off between those two is important, but the focus so far from Rival is on this right-hand side as they look towards mid. Ratha under a pressure again as he tried to dash away with the abduct, gets hit by that wall. Cherio now stunned as he goes aggressive on Sam, but Cherio doesn't care. He wants the kill on Sam, and he'll find it to get his second kill of the game. But Final K's rotation, he's in execute range. Daughters has to eat the damage, but it's good enough to make sure Cherio survives. Nika back on the scene. Space Station Gaming find themselves a kill. No situation. Sam again, though, into enemy territory, looking again to aggress on. This Harpy cap. Is this the new speed buff? Is that what we're seeing? Rapid looks for the abduct on Mike, off the mark. Sam gets in the sky in time. Not in time enough. Cherio and Darnes managed to pick up the kill together, but now Cherio's bit off more than he can chew. Good news is he's got the resurrection, but Rival are holding to make sure they can get the kill, and it gives Cherio the window to take down Twig. Chase is on, though, as Final K stabs Darnes in the face. Good stun from Mike, and Rapper's getting low. Final K's looking for a double and should find it, but it will cost Polar Bear Mike his life too. Trade-off now between Nika and Final K. And Final K is going to be a little bit careful here, I'd say.
About 3 seconds for Fine to be done clearing that wave, then he's there to pressure with that execute.
Chase is on for Nika now. The tier 1 tower's already fallen down. Space Station sending 2 members in 2. And straight away, Rival fall back, but Cherio doesn't want them to. He's going to get aggressive. The fire from Pele is enough to get the kill. The lightning storm's amazing. And with Polar Bear Mike getting abducted in, it may actually spell doom for Cherio. Rapper drops the ultimate, though, just as he got clear. Darnes' rotation in comes up strong, but so does Twig. The drums of war are sounded, and he takes down one with the support of Final K, pushing back Nika again. This is a bloodbath. 10 kills in 12 minutes, but it's all in the right-hand side of the map.
Look at the farm level for the side laners. The solo laners, level 15, level 16. Both hunters, level 16. So junglers, this is one of the first times it feels like in a while that they don't just, with a bunch of kills, run away with the game right away.
Oh, Gold Fury's going down relatively quick here, blinking in from Cherio, looking for the steal, and he'll do just that. But he will lose his life in trade, but that's a big-time play for Space Station. Can they get away, though? Dunking from Sam. Good stun, but no follow-up there to follow up. Instead, he'll juke out the damage from Nika, get a good hammer toss onto Vo, and now the collapse is onto Nika himself. Execute doesn't matter about the Scarab's blessing as Fine takes out Ratha, and soon after Nika falls. Sure, Space Station get the Gold Fury, but it costs them 3 lives.
Even through just 20 minutes. Normally they don't join the fights until much later on. Fine has been a part of 6 to 7.
Aggression from Cherio, though, towards mid lane of Captain Twig, and there's no one around to help Twig. It's a 1v1, mano y mano. Cancel that. Rapper's there to save the day, but Rival has arrived too, and the chase is on to kill Cherio. The bear runs through the jungle, but Vote slices off his head with a barbed speared arrow. 7 to 7. Polar Bear Mike dead, but what can Space Station get with this man advantage?
I mean, Cherry's going to be able to heal up from base and get here pretty quickly because of his extra movement speed. A great Scarab's Blessing there from Raph for tier 1's the option, but Fine doesn't want to give it up.
Sun's raining down, Rapper slow to high, Heaven's still alive, but not for long. Panda gets a double kill. The front line for Space Station is now dead, and this opens up a bit more of a window for Rival. 2 members low, though, in Sam and Fine OK, means it could be a bit tricky to try and look to find an even bigger win off that. I'm definitely not against the Shell pickups for mid laners. I mean, Aegis, upgraded Aegis is the same cooldown as Shell. The lower one is a different story. Fury started up though, but Cherio blinks in on Sam. Sam reads the situation, hammers away and gets to the sky. Now looking for a target on the ground. Big collapse on Cherio though as he falls down. Who's next on the list? Oh, Sam splits the difference, has to jump back into danger. Nika's still going in, hunting down Captain Twig, but the resurrection's about to wear off. And Fine OK just annihilated Rafa. Vote though does at least take down Fine OK, who is still hunting for more, and Sam will escape. They focus back towards the jungle, get the red for Twig, clearing out mid is Fine OK, now flanking round the side. Pressure is back on though, Sam to the sky. Fury getting low, dunk on Vote, Rival get the Fury, and the fight is underway. The drums rip through from Twig, lowering the health bars, and Fine's there for cleanup crew on Isle Jungle. 2 members down as Panda Cat takes out Rafa, and Rival get themselves the first commanding lead of this game.
And it felt like Rival was just in control of that whole engagement. We're off it. No, we kind of want to do it. No, you know what? We don't need it right now. We're kind of low. No, I figure we may as well do it. In Spacestation feels like they're scrambling to keep up. Okay, they're off it, they're on it, they're off it, they're on it. And it pulls them out of position a little bit and makes sure that their back line isn't super comfortable with exactly where they should be at any given time.
Well, I don't think he's going to solo him here. It's level 20 versus level 20. Ooh, versus Achilles, mano in mano, stab to the face and poke to the back as Cherio takes on 2. Vote bought some time, not enough, however. At the same time, his teammate also died on the other side of the map in Cherio. Fire Giant the way of Rival, and this one's looking grim right now for Spacestation Gaming. Moving towards that area, leaving Fine OK to deal with 2. Really trying to split apart the squad. Twig thunder crashing in. Rafa eats it and abducts him back. But Rafa takes a ton of damage there too. And the pressure is really on now to try and defend from multiple angles.
Where it feels like you were just even a second ago and now you're on the base of losing.
And now we're back in hot, and 3 members of Spacestation Gaming are dead. Nika also falls here too. There's only Vote left alive, and this Phoenix on the left-hand side will fall. Vote against 4. I don't really like his odds here, Ryan. Don't like him at all.
No, he's got his relics, but he's going to have to do an awful lot of work, and PBM is zoning him effectively. This should be game in Rival's favor.
Unfortunate end that we didn't get to see the conclusion, but apologies for that. But Rival are going to take game 1 unless Vote goes in. And nope, not today. We're not doing a Wowie versus the world moment there, my friends. On to game 2 we will go. Rival played that pretty well.
Game 1 snowballed out of the solo lane. Well, game 2, well, we'll have to go down to Hindu and aggro to find out.
And he just stepped on the ward now, and you can see where Rafa and Dardes are on the rotation too, towards Nika and Fine OK. Fine OK playing aggressive because he knows he's got Sam in support. Rafa has found Sam for soccer, but there's an August drop down on his head, and Cherio gets credit for the kill. Mike's got to run away from August now as the chase is on for Fine OK at the same time. But he's going to get away just about too. Great rotation from Spacestation there. But that was all the ward coverage I literally was just talking about.
He's not forcing Panda to come to him. So why would Panda end up fighting him? It's really been Vote who hasn't done it.
Nika under pressure, was just trying to stay on his tower line and defend the creeps, but the pressure from Fine OK set up Sam for soccer for a beautiful rotation in and a kill. Cherio just wasn't there in time, but Cherio is around to try and make sure he can defend this tower if need be, and he probably will need to be there because Nika's dead for another 25 seconds, so Cherio is going to be stuck on this right-hand side, and that's bringing Polar Bear Mike over too. The hunt is on for the Carly. Jumps away straight into Cumber. Roots available. Remember, he just ended up using the leap. But Cherio at least had his ultimate. On landing, though, boom goes the dynamite as Polar Bear Mike gets himself on the board. Me on the left-hand side. Vote and Panda, scrappy little battle there for a second or two. But the purple buff is secured by Panda Cat once again. Pyromancer started up now by Sam. Fine OK with him. Nobody else really sensing it other than Nika. But Spacestation Gaming are making a play on the left-hand side at the same time. The Gold Fury under threat. But everybody on Rival know about it. Drums sounding, taunts going through. Fury down and Spacestation secure it. Pyromancer was reset, as was the Kepri ultimate in place. And when Rafa respawns, he's going to be in a world of hurt. Ooh, sneaky. Good little route. But at the end of the day, Panda's going to be there to secure the kill. It does look by Sam's position there on that left-hand side. He was trying to make sure that if Carly oversteps, he can do something. But now, he's not here for this fight in mid. All 5 members of Spacestation are close by, except Nika, who can get over there if required with a teleport, but the ultimate already dropped down by Rapper onto himself. Uppercut takes out Cheerio for a second from the fight, but Cheerio still has his ult available. Sam on the backside though, coming on in. Rapper looks to jump away, but ends up abducting Sam, and that just sets up his death of Fine OK. To the back line goes Sam though, straight towards Nika. Nika with a good two-man stun, however. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, Cherio's taking a trade with Fine OK and Polar Bear Mike gets his ult off in time, looking for the reset. The leap will give him some sustain, but not enough to stop the ricochet. Polymorph forces the beat out of Panda Cat though, and Panda tries to stay as taut as possible to keep the pressure going. But it forces both teams back for now. Two members dead on either side. As now Rival position around this Primal Fury. Rafa just used his ultimate defensively there. Not available, but Panda Cat did too. And that's a good zoning ult. Talk about zoning ults. There's one as well from Captain Twig from the backside. Mike's into his passive as Rafa is back in the fountain. Into the pit they go with Nika though. Thunder crashing from Twig for a bit of CCR. And then we're fine. Okay, looking for the execute. Won't find it. Instead, he knocks Dardas' health bar low enough to get credit for the kill. Cherio's trying to ult away to live to fight another day. Won't happen here though. Panda Cat gets the kill again. And this is kind of a tale of game one all over again. They could open this game up all of a sudden, Rival. They had the lead earlier, Ryan, but it looks like that one fight could really turn into a fire giant now. Fine OK is having a great game as well right now. I know we're not spoken about him much, but Maya felt his impact in these fights. At the moment, he's in mid lane, forcing Cheerio back to base at the moment. As we look towards Rafa, who's the only man on the front line here, gets his ultimate off on himself for the time being. Twig did use the ultimate as well. Gets some decent damage off on Cheerio, but not enough to secure a kill. Rafa needs to return to base soon, though, and that's leaving Nika a bit solo on that front side. Mike to the backside with the uppercut, looks for the play on Vote. Vote's beads, however, will stop the kiss from connecting from Sam Pasaka. The Phoenix, meanwhile, by Panda Cat is under threat and will fall down. Chase now on, potentially for Rival, but instead they'll fall back towards the middle area, looking towards his second Phoenix. But with Final K coming back from base now, Spacestation do have the men advantage around the Fury. Twig's going to pull it with Panda Cat. Now they'll see the enemies on the scene. Still, though, the front line from Rival isn't here where Nika is. That's a bead situation force if I've ever seen one on Panda Cat. And Twig's under a lot of pressure at the same time. Rafa will get credit for the kill. Final K, though, just annihilated Vote. He's not going to play anymore. Good uppercut, that went to Cheerio, but Cherio's still alive and will escape for now. Poison will make sure it claims the life, however, but it doesn't spread around. Dardas' shield is monstrous. The Aegis bought him time and a great abduct to make sure that he can't get the chase on from Fine OK. And now with Nika and Rafa, Bruise Brothers on the front line. Polar Bear Mike and Fine OK fall back, but the minions are onto the Titan, boys and girls. Luckily enough, Dardas did have to base anyway, and I think he's quite happy he needed to after seeing that. Rafa's still on the front side. He'll be the early warning sign for Spacestation Gaming to contest this one. Deeper in the jungle is Dardas, the last one through. Uppercut from Mike, though, takes out Vote for a second. And on landing, Vote gets focused down. But Vote manages to survive for the time being. Nika, meanwhile, gets a hold of Twig. And the Raijin is pressured out again. Shell was consumed there by Mike. And Dardas went around the back and found an angle to pick up Twig in the pieces. Now the chase is potentially on for another kill as Panda Cat falls down to Cheerio. Spacestation Gaming are turning the fight around. And it was Rival caught sleeping. They didn't have their exits covered, and Spacestation Gaming just came through them, and one by one, they kill the backline first, and it just leaves the front line to run away in tatters. Look at this play though, Ryan. Left-hand side. They're looking to try and pressure for a Phoenix again, but Spacestation are splitting the difference. Well, especially with an enhanced fire giant available now as well as we hit the 34-minute mark. But the chance is on. Pressure actually onto Mike, and he got evaporated in that fight. That's the August we were talking about. One abduct. The silence lasts long enough to burst him down with Vote alongside him. And now it's a 4v5 with the fire giant about to spawn. Back at it again is Sam, though, trying to deal with Nika, but that's an Oni wave there still on this right-hand side that's doing a lot of the work for him. Dardas gets a kill on Panic on the left, however, caught just off screen as Twig was forced to use the ultimate. Thunder crashes away and the Phoenix is down. Rival had this game comfortable around the 18 to 20 minute mark, but the longer and longer it went on, some good plays around the fire giant from Space Station, and they're into the throne room, Ryan, and they're gonna take game 2.
Wow, I mean, Rival had this one wrapped up with a bow on top. They were ready to go home.
More of the same, please, between SSG and Team Rival, and more of the game, please. Hindu Man and Aggro will finish out the set.
It's a good decision by Cheerio to go into the Phoenix, because you don't want to give up that first blood bounty.
Oh,
maybe you can make the argument that better to give it to Mike.
Again. Cherio under so much pressure here, no beads available, no beautiful rotation from Fine OK with that Fearless. Will secure first blood now onto Cherio, who's got 2 deaths to his name. Well, Gold Fury pressing this left-hand side is looking pretty good for Spacestation right now. A lot of wards down too, and Vote's pretty deep at the moment. Polar Bear Mike first on the scene though, but wrapping around the back is Rafa, and Mike could get pinched for a second. Abduct hits, followed by the polymorph, burst damage all in, and you're not going to get a chance to use that transformation, Mike, at all there. That's the power of this composition in action. Straight away, they commit to the Gold Fury. However, stack-wise, Vote should be finished a little bit earlier, as he did start the Transcendence before the Devourer's Gauntlets out of Panda Cat. Right inside, though, Nika still trying to fight over this blue buff against 2 here, and steals away the blue buff. Brutal. And Sam might end up dying. Nika in a 1v2. This is looking grim for Rival at the moment. They're all on the defensive side. And take into account, there was 2 deaths early here for Spacestation. They know what's going on and just trying to keep clear of the area. And the ultimate goes, but everyone on the defensive side, he might be able to reach Dardes and will with the range that Dardes is in, but I'm sure Dardes is baiting this one out, I'd say. Or he just didn't even see it coming. Shield comes up in time, but there's a Thunder Crash from Twig, as you'd expect, to secure the kill. That he didn't slow down though with how this game's gone, but Spacestation, they're not slowing down either. They're already at this red buff area right about now, looking to invade. Votes over here too, and with Dardes coming through mid, Cherio's going to blink on in and pressure Twig away. No collapse really available for Rival just yet as the red is split away, but can Spacestation get out safely? Rafa takes a ton of damage, falls back. Twig pops the ultimate, but everyone all-ins Twig, and Cherio gets credit for, Dardes gets credit for the kill as Cherio jumps on in with the Volcanic Storm. Fine OK, forced back under the towers. 5 members of Spacestation all grouped relatively well towards the middle lane.
And then Argus gets to just hit him over and over and over again in that melee range. It's been a pretty good matchup so far, it's felt like.
Vote has to use his beads, but into the sky goes Sam, and Vote's going to juke like his life depended on it. But no, the focus switches. It's on Cherio, but Cherio's got the ult from Rafa, and Dardes' Argus annihilates Sam off the map. Love the idea, but Spacestation turn that play around. Talking about turning the play around, Twig under pressure in mid, use the ultimate defensively to keep Nika away, but that just buys time for Spacestation now to look towards this Oni Fury and secure it for themselves. Spacestation, for, in my opinion, Ryan, the first time in this series, have the lead in the early game by a comfortable margin.
Yeah, this is the first time they've looked like they've been in control for a large period of time in this game. Even game 2 where they win, feel like they kind of steal it out from underneath Rival. They pull the rug from underneath them. This time they've got XP advantages, they've got kill advantages.
Vote! Oh, that was beautiful from him. Just walks out of the Suns, and Panda Cat, not respecting the Vote, was willing to step up into that situation.
A non-factor the majority of the time. How many times have fights started off because Rafa finds a key abduct? That's been huge for them.
More pressure around the red buff there as they're trying to steal this one away as Spacestation gaming, but the 3 members stronger Rival. Tycho jumps pop by Twig again as Sam ults in towards the backside but can't find the target he's after. Rafa could just be a casualty of war here, but Cherio Spencer is good. He goes in on Sam for soccer. Sam gets a big shell though, and the whole unit of Rival collapse and pick up the scraps of Cherio's life. Panda Cat getting very low towards Nika, and you can't stop King Arthur when he wants to get that kill. Fine OK, meanwhile, does finally take down Rafa, but Dardes takes out Sam for soccer. Lawbringer used by Fine OK to disengage. Twig also leaves the fray, and this Fury is looking mighty juicy. This makes it gaming for 10 their lead. One situation though, not great for either side around this FG just now. And onto the Fire Giant they go, but 2 members of Rival on this right-hand side. Fine OK first in the scene, not a bad person to be around here, as Tyr can really cause some problems. But it looks like the burst is too much, too quick. Spacestation are going to get the Fire Giant, but the fight afterwards, they're all trapped in place. The fire is burning them down, but still Spacestation take out Sam. Twig from the left-hand side will get some good damage from Dardes, but a good reset from Rafa's ultimate and a great abduct to keep Fine OK away. Now Fine OK on the run though, is into the fray, goes Vote again, looking for the chase. Argus will just keep on running them down, boys. Hold that W key. Meanwhile, look at what's going on with Nika and Twig. Twig is going to have to do his best Cherio impression in the second, I think, or Nika's going to get himself a kill, or at least an assist.
Twig's going to get himself the wave, which is really what he's looking for there anyways, but Nika will eventually kill him.
Well, at least with those minions funneling down this left-hand side for the time being, it's going to give a window for Rival to start to pick up a bit more farm for their carries. I say that, but look at where Spacestation are positioned. They're trying to set a trap, and it's on Twig. Rafa's trying to wrap around the back too as Twig blinks away, but the pressure from the jungle did slow down Rafa's engagement a little bit. But then Rafa will still get credit with the kill with the root, and that is now a 4v5 as Spacestation head towards the middle area. Unless we see Cherio go towards the mid lane, which is exactly what he did. Nika got hold of Panda Cat there, and Panda forced his beads. To the back line goes fine, okay, with a fearless power cleave combination. Hitting Dordes, but Dordes' health bar is mighty fine until Captain Twig does some relatively good damage. The Thunder Crusher wave, though, has already been used. And now the whittling of the Phoenix begins. Minion wave coming in, Boat's healthy enough, but Sam crashing in, looks for a kill.
Wow.
Dordes gets Sam for soccer, and he's still alive. Cherio, meanwhile, is going to get chased down and killed by Fine OK. But on the back of this fight, it's Nika and Dordes trying to take out Captain Twig, and Vote will throw down the hail of arrows for the kill. Spacestation gaming a moments away by the looks of this from taking out Rival.
An impressive performance from them, but they still got a couple more frontliners to deal with. Oh, never mind. They only got one more frontliner to deal with because Vote just found himself the triple.
Well, this has kind of lived up to expectations, but it's also been a very similar tale from my point of view of the Game 3 have been a little bit more lackluster than how the first two games went. But the good news for the Spacestation fans, they find a big win against a decent opposition, because so far this season, they have struggled. But beating Rival, who a lot of people are claiming are the best team in the league right now, big game to take. This league is anyone's right now, Ryan. Anyone's.